and welcome to Shoreline Music Monthly. My name is Mark Koshwitz. This is episode 65 of The Little Show That Could, bringing you the best local musicians in our area. It's been a little while since we've looked into the cabinet. The Cabinet of Curiosities is going to make a return. Usually, it seems I'm always talking about ancient instruments and things that happened a long time ago. We're going to look at something called the Jamjo tonight, and the patent date on that is 2014. So there are still wacky things happening in music all the time. From the Shang back in 600 BC, now we'll go to the Jamjo in 2014. So look forward to that. Tonight's musical guest, I'm very happy to have in the studio with me today. I've got a bunch of them. We're usually a much smaller crew, so this is Seat of Our Pants. Welcome to the show, folks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good to be here.
I'm going to ask them if they would be kind enough to perhaps introduce themselves and what they play. As always, I think the way I was raised, we go ladies first.
Okay. I'm Carolyn Brzezinski. I do vocals. I play several stringed instruments, including the guitar, the mandolin, the ukulele, and my favorite, the mountain dulcimer.
Wonderful.
I am Jeff Gorman. I play upright bass, fretless bass, harmonica, and whatever else we drag out.
Very nice. And this side, let's move to the left, my left.
I'm Mark Hall. I play the cajon and various percussion, and I do some of the lead vocals and harmonies, and do some of the writing.
And I'm Mike Franson. I play the fiddle, and sometimes I sing.
That's right. That's right.
Very nice. Wonderful to meet you all. And so you mentioned writing, and I saw that your latest album, Songs of Rabble and Roots,
Yes.
You've got other albums, but this is your first solely original material?
Right. We had the others were a mix, but this was all originals.
Very nice. Now, where's the name from? Is that I love the name.
The band or the title?
No, the actual name of the album.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I think I came up with that.
You
I think
did.
there were some songs that were kind of raucous and rebellious and kind of playful, and that was kind of the rabble thing. And then there were some with the dulcimer that were more like rootsy and more towards Americana, Appalachia. So somehow I came up with the name Rabble and Roots to capture that.
We struggled
that
with the
blend.
word rabble. What is rabble?
Yeah.
We were afraid people
had to
might
look
be
up the
insulted
definition
that
of
we were
rabble.
calling them rabble.
Yeah.
So.
I personally like when people call me rabble.
Yeah, and the people who follow us are very much, they have a lot of fun, like we do. So I think they had no problem
Absolutely.
being defined as rabble.
Yeah.
Very nice. So, as you mentioned or misunderstood my question, kind of, where'd the name of the band come from? Is it what one would think?
No, actually, we were at an open mic. It was just actually Mark and Carolyn and myself. And we were practicing songs, 3 songs on Thursday night, and we would play out at the open mic on Friday. And I was somewhat new to this get up and perform thing, and I was stressing about it. And I said, this just feels way too Seat of Our Pants for me. And right as I said that, the guy came up with the list and said, what's the name of the band? And I said, Seat of Our Pants.
And
That was it. It stuck 8 years later.
Perfect. Because personally, I'm a huge fan, and folks are probably tired of me extolling the virtues of open mics and the networking that happens. And it's a beautiful way to meet musicians and to hone your craft and to try out new material and stuff like that. So you mentioned it was a trio at that point.
Right.
Yeah.
So there's 4 of you now.
Yeah, we found Mike on a street corner someplace. No, we actually, you want to tell the story of?
Yeah, we had just played a gig at a place called the Bread Box in Willimantic, and the guy that runs it, Bruce John, he really, really enjoys our music. He said, you guys need something like a lead instrument, like a violin or a fiddle, to take you right over the top. And literally, less than a month later, I was playing a song at my church that it was about someone auctioning off a violin, and I had a beautiful violin solo, and I had the organist play the violin solo, and I explained the song, but I never knew a violin player. And this man, who I'd never met before, happened to be at church that day with his wife.
Rare visitation.
A rare visitation, yes. And he comes
There
up,
we go, under the
and
bus.
she said, my husband has something to tell you. And he says, I play the violin.
Very nice.
So he
So
thought he was
very
coming
nice.
over to play one song at our house and
Oh,
see what
yeah.
it was like. And when we heard him play, we said, "No, you're in the band."
Well, it was funny because we didn't tell Mark. Mark was away on vacation for 2 weeks, I think. So we had Mike come over, and he has a classical background. He played in orchestras, and he sat down with. He said, "Do you guys have music?" And we're like, "No." So, but everything we played, he could do. He could play.
plays by ear.
You know, he's got a tremendous ear. And we're throwing everything at him, and he's doing this amazing stuff, and we didn't tell Mark. So the next rehearsal, when he was home, this guy's here. It's like, what?
And I'm worried, is the
And it
fourth
was
is the
love at
third guy
first
going to
sight.
like me or not?
Yeah.
You know?
Love at first note. So
I don't
yeah,
know
so
what
that
you
was.
played. You played something that's just like, oh my God, this is fantastic.
Yeah.
It just added such a quality.
So
to
it
the
was.
sound.
It was 4 years. We had already been playing for 4 years, and then he came along.
Yeah.
I'm sitting in the cheap seats 'cause I'm the fiddler's wife. I wanted dinner and romance, but I wound up here tonight. Oh, he gets all the glory, it's him they idolize. I just lug the instruments and sell the merchandise. Oh, all the women love him and his sexy violin. They all want my husband, though it is a mortal sin. I sit here in the audience, pretend to be okay. I roll my eyes at how they act and try to look away. The fiddler's wife. Fiddler's wife. When he pulls his bow across the strings, it makes the ladies hot. They think he's playing just to them, but I know that he's not. They lust after his risque moves and dream of an affair. But I've seen him in his underwear. Well, let's just stop right there. The fiddler's wife. The fiddler's wife. But I hope and pray someday that they will understand. They'll make my dreams come true and I'll be playing with the band. They tell him you're amazing. I tell him wash the clothes. They swoon when he steps up to play. I sit here comatose. But I know when the lights go down, he's coming home to me. 'Cause I love him and he loves me, and that's a guarantee. The fiddler's wife. The fiddler's wife. The fiddler's wife. The fiddler's wife.
Hello and welcome to Cabinet of Curiosities. This little fellow you see me with here is known as a Jamjo. This one in the cabinet today is actually on loan from good friend Dave Banjo Roll Tomlinson. Thank you, Dave. We'll take care of her and get her back to you as soon as we're done. As you folks may be familiar with, a lot of what we look at in these segments come from either far away, the Indian Santur, or from very long ago, like the Chinese Shang, which I believe I misrepresented in the open. It's actually started about 1100 BC, so even older than I thought. This one comes from very much closer and much more recent. The patent for it is actually taken out December 9th, 2014, so not even quite 5 years old at this point, from the faraway lands of South Carolina by a gentleman named Chris Woods. So much closer, much more recent vintage. What exactly is this? Well, my first glance at it, I had it thinking, well, you know, mandolinish in kind of size, but with 6 strings, and they're tuned like the guitar. But the real special sauce in this is there's actually a resonator head, some membrane built right into the body, similar to what would be on a banjo. So it is it's kind of a mini 6-string banjo. It's put together straightforward, I guess. The 6 strings are threaded through a tailpiece that's actually built right into the body, which then run over a wooden bridge, which is sitting right on that resonator head, transferring the sound, giving it the twang. Similar to a banjo, but if you know how to play the guitar, which I almost do, you can pick this up, and you don't have to learn anything else. The strings then run up the 12-fretted neck over the nut and basically right into 6 guitar-style tuners. This is in standard guitar tuning. I'd assume that it would probably be useful in some of the other alternate tunings that are used on guitar, even something like maybe an open G for slide play or something. Now, something like this to me screams out that it's, although functional, I'm a strummer, you can strum it. I think that this would really shine more as a finger pick format, and I am not a finger picker, but I may know a guy. Let me see what I can do if we can't get a little better demo on this than what I could provide. All right, through the magic of television, I am now in the beautiful VSC TV studios, and I'm now joined by friend and finger picker extraordinaire, Chris Funk. You may remember him from episode 2 when he played some accompaniment for Mr. Carl Suiter's amazing original songs. Or maybe you've seen him and his daughter playing as Chris and Laura Funk out there around the area. Part of Take Your Pick. You get around, fella. Thank you so much.
Because of you.
Oh,
you make me get around.
Thanks so much for coming down.
Absolutely.
What do you think of that? I mean, what?
This is cool. I mean, it sounds, you know, a lot like a banjo, but it plays like a guitar, which is good for people that don't play banjo, but play guitar.
And you know, it's I think anyway much better finger picked. So I am finger pick challenged. So I called in a ringer on this one. So I'm gonna get out of your way and let you go. What are you gonna throw around on that thing?
A guy I used to listen to growing up was Leo Cocky. He did a version of Arkansas Traveler, so I think I'm gonna give it a shot.
Thank you much. Let me get out of the way and let you loose.
All right. Thanks.
once again, thank you for watching Cabinet of Curiosities. The Jamjo is a fairly new entry into the cabinet, and it's kind of fun. So remember, all these things are out there. Look them up, find them, play them. Music should be fun, and it should be adventurous as well. I will see you next time on Cabinet of Curiosities. Thanks.
Got a little bit of money and I want to spend it on you. I got so much time I'm wasting on my own. I got a whole lot of loving I could shower upon you. So won't you come on over next to me, right here by my side. I'm feeling things for you that I can't hide. You're a fine little thing and really want to know you. Would a man like me be someone you could love? There's a whole lot of things that I really like to show you. So don't tell me you've got things to do, they will have to wait, 'cause our destiny just culminates a day. You know, life goes by in a blink of an eye, and I don't think we'll be coming here again. It's just you and me, and this wind that blows free. So let's run off to tomorrow while we can. Let's run off to tomorrow while we can. I wanna be out on the water after midnight and kiss you underneath 1,000 stars. I wanna wrap you in my arms and hold you real tight, and then laugh at all that we have done, how we just don't care, and then take the dream a bit further if we dare. You know, life goes by in a blink of an eye, and I don't think we'll be coming here again. It's just you and me, and this wind that blows free. So let's run off till tomorrow while we can. Let's run off to tomorrow while we can. I want to run off to tomorrow while we can.
Your latest album is completely original music, but you still mix in covers in your sets.
Yes, yes.
Because I saw a couple that sounded interesting, that like War, Lowrider.
Oh yeah.
Lowrider, yeah.
Okay.
We've always wanted to be the band that plays music that you don't expect a band like this to be able to play.
I didn't expect a band like this.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the instrumentation, going, okay, well,
Yeah.
you know, Lowrider. Yeah.
Oh, we do Driven to Tears.
I saw that as well.
Black
We
Magic
do-
Woman.
Black Magic Woman is our current favorite.
Oh yeah.
And when they proposed that, I said, no, there's no violin there. I can't do that.
Well,
That kind of
He plays
And that's part of the fun.
Yeah, he's
this
crazy.
killer
Yeah.
solo.
I
and
bet.
it's nothing like
I
what
could hear
Carlos
that.
plays. It's just this whole Spanish feeling thing. It's just
Yeah.
so good. People are so shocked.
now, how can folks find out where you're at and stuff? We're not going to be airing for some time because we're kind of stocking them up here a little for summer so that Mark can have fun. So any immediate gigs may not be of help
Right.
to anyone. But is there? I mean, I found a site or two somewhere.
Yep. seatofourpantsmusic.com.
Seat of our Pants, and that'll have your.
That's got our
tour
schedule. and
Yep. We have
videos.
we have
and
gigs
downloads and-
booked into the fall and starting to get got some on the calendar for next year as well.
Now, one of the other things that I noted on there, I was very interested in, you've actually got a certificate or
Yes.
in therapeutic musician?
Yes, thank you for getting it right, because everyone thinks I'm a music therapist. And there's, when I did my training for this, they drilled it into us that we could not sell ourselves as music therapists because the music therapy people would be upset, and rightfully so. A music therapist or an art therapist or a drama therapist, they're licensed counselors, and they can open up a practice and do therapy. Their bag of tricks includes things like music. And they can use recorded music. What I have is a certification. I'm a certified music practitioner, CMP. And I've been trained to play at the bedside for 5 different patient conditions, trained in hospital etiquette, and I only play live music. And the instrument that I use to play at the bedside is the mountain dulcimer.
Which I love, and I'm so that we've never had one here before. So I'm excited. So to see that. And so how long have you been doing the mountain dulcimer?
I first heard the dulcimer in 1980. And there was no internet then.
I remember.
And the person playing, she's now a Connecticut resident, but at that point Sally Rogers was living in Michigan. So she did the concert, she left, and I fell in love with that instrument. I'd already been playing guitar. And I heard it, and I said, I gotta play this, but there was nobody around. 8 years ago, right after I started with the band.
From 1980 until
yeah.
Unrequited Love?
I made one from a kit, but I couldn't figure out what the heck to do with it. And then right after the band started, I found a group of people who get together monthly in Colchester at the library. So I went, and you strum it and you finger pick it, and a lot of that carries over from guitar. And it's a very easy instrument to play. It really is. It's just a beautiful instrument. I love it.
Up on Little Shepherd Trail. No clothes, no face, no clues around, no one to tell her tale. What fate brought her life to end in such a savage way? Who left her body here among the flowers to decay? Shoreline County, they came from all around, lined up outside a chapel near the place where she was found. They gathered on a hillside to lay her body down. A simple marker by her grave became her name throughout the town. Jamjo of the mountain, will speak for you. "40 years passed by, her case grew cold, unmoved as she was still, forgotten in that pauper cemetery on the hill. No way to know what happened on the mountainside that night, till the day my uncle told what he just saw at dawn's first light. He said he woke to see a young girl standing by his bed, all dressed in white, a simple wreath of daisies on on her head. It's time you knew my story. She spoke out loud and clear. So listen well, my friend, there is no need for you to fear. The night was dark, I could not see no name to give to you. The voice, it was familiar, it was someone that I knew. To find the one who put me here buried neath these stones, you need to know just who I am by digging up my bones. Her name was Sonia Kay. She walked this earth for 20 years. Her baby girl was just one when her mama disappeared. She came from Letcher County. She died 50 miles from home. No one lives to take the blame. All the suspects dead and gone. Jane Doe of the mountain, now we all know your name. But after all these years, there's still no one to take the blame. Oh, Jane Doe of the mountain, may your spirit no more roam. The one who did this deed is known to you and God alone. Oh, the one who did this deed is known to you and God alone.
Thank you once again for watching Shoreline Music Monthly. Remember, you are the local in the local music scene, so please get out there, see a show, you will have fun, and everyone will be a winner. We'll see you next month. Thanks.